Hey, how's everyone today? I'm gonna try to get a quick one in before little guy gets home from school. Actually, just did one and for some reason it just erased. I don't know if I mistakenly just erased it. But I'm gonna get to a quick thing that I actually overlooked. There are cards. They're called Pieces of the Past. They're actually really cool cards. You can find them on eBay. They're cards that go pretty far back to Mozart. I seen a cool one. I think it was like a dinosaur tooth, or it's a little bit of everything. If you go on eBay, way better explanation I could ever give. A lot of them are buy it now. Some of the cool cars are on bids, but you could probably still pick one up for about 40, 50 bucks. It won't be too expensive. I've got mine graded. I know I showed it on the last video, but I never really got into it, exactly what they are. And it's pretty much cards of, sorry to say, but yeah, some of them were tragedies. Um, some of them were just from that era. It's just as like George Washington. I have something that's right in front of me that he actually signed. It is authenticated, and I'll bring the cards a little bit closer. So they're pretty cool. There's some of them that I really wanted. There was a Al Capone. I got outbid right at the last second. I hate when that happens. But I got a cool Bonnie and Clyde, Robert Kennedy, John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, Titanic, and I have an Abraham Lincoln and Martin Luther King card to my right. Really love these cards. I just did a couple of shorts on them. I actually gone over some of these, at least the Titanic one, and I went over the Martin Luther King and Abraham Lincoln card with the little guy. We were on the way to school. You know how when you like go in your car and it just picks up your Apple, like the last thing you were listening to. And the last thing I was actually listening to was Gordon Lightfoot. Kid you not, it was the wreck of Edmund Fitzgerald. I know I'm dating myself on that one. He had a bunch of cool songs. Everybody knows about music. He had Sundown, If You Could Read My Mind. He just had a bunch of hits. But it was right towards the end. There was another song that came on right after that because I had like the shuffle or whatever it is. It just picks up the next song. And it was Dion. It's a singer. Dion was huge, I think, back in the maybe 50s, 60s. He sang like it's like Run Around Sue, The Wanderer. But he sings an awesome song called Abraham, Martin, and Lincoln. And my little guy asked me about it. He's like, were they his friends? Were they? And I kind of explained it to him. What the song was about is kind of we lost him all to a tragedy. With that said, once I got home, I actually showed him the card. And dumb story, maybe, I guess. But at least for my little guy and me, it was pretty cool how a card and a song connected all the dots for us. But that's enough for that story. But pretty cool for me and just how a card can bring things together. And I think it's pretty cool that the next generation that starts collecting doesn't forget our past. I mean, it's important, right? So with that said, I'll do a little bit of a kind of bring every card. We'll just do this. There's the Bonnie and Clyde one. And that's actually signed by Clyde. And on the back of it, it's got it's probably a news clipping from the day they were killed. I'll just go one by one. And I got these from HGA. I think I showed in the last video. And you could see there's Abraham Lincoln right on the top. I got the special label on that. This is pretty cool. I'm trying. There we go. George Washington, Benjamin Franklin. This is signed by George Washington. I'm trying to set this up. This is kind of what the back looks like. Then we have the Titanic, which is really cool. I touched a little bit on it with my little guy because of the song, but he didn't really pay much attention to the Gordon Lightfoot one, more to the Dion one. But this was a letter sent to a loved one. I don't know, maybe no idea where the letter came from. All I know is 2023. I'm filming today, whatever it is. What's today? The 2nd or the 3rd of November, and it's in my house. And whatever story this has to it, I wish I could know more about it, but just think about the tragedy and everything that happened. Somehow, some way, we have it here, and yeah, things like that we should never forget. Cool. So we're gonna do one on GSC later tonight with the little guy, and then tomorrow we're gonna let the little guy and his buddy Aiden do a live break, and we're just gonna let them run it. But yeah, if you have a couple of bucks to spare, they're called Pieces of the Past, and that's the back of them. One more time, the front. Ah. And I know I pretty much dated myself with my music that I listen to. Nerd. But all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later. Bye.